What's that skinny kid holding in his arm? Can it be a skull with a cigarette poked in what was a mouth? If so, there could be no doubt that it's the early Big Jim Griffith. Plenty tall, but perhaps not so big then. But yes, clearly on his way. That's his 1953 graduation picture. Already he was unusual enough, not merely strange, to warn us that different and non-traditional things were in the offing. It appears that his fellow students viewed him with fascination and just a tinge of awe. We still do. Jim did become an anthropologist, but of a different sort. He became obsessed with finding out just what people are up to, especially native peoples of the southwestern border area and in Mexico. How best find out what they are up to? Listen for their stories and jokes. Watch them cook. Watch them draw, play music, make pots, sew, dress, party, pray, socialize, come into the world, grow up, marry, and die. And then check once again, especially how they party. Take it all in and write it all down. Jim defines the folklorist. Big Jim, as he inevitably became to friends, acquaintances, and the public, has always reveled in poking about in other people's business, people's customs, strange, different, ordinary. He has never been one to hide under a bushel. It wouldn't be possible even if he wanted to. Jim came here to the Sonoran Desert with an unquenchable curiosity about how people live in the desert. He sort of homesteaded as close to the edge of the San Javier district as he could, welcoming strangers, friends, and revelers to join him in Loma, snakes, coyotes, javelinas, and errant cacti into his rambling residence. Loma has had a hand in, well, everything. Big Jim recognized long ago that newcomers are ever arriving to Tucson, from every nation as well as every state. They make us a wildly varied bunch. All of them, all of us, view people of different backgrounds with hesitation, a little uneasiness, and a tad of, well, yes, suspicion. And so it was in 1974 that Big Jim, with huge co-editing from Loma, began to bring people together to compare their foods, their ceremonies, and their celebrations, especially their dancing and singing. He has never shied away from a little boogieing. To publicize what makes them who they are, and watch different peoples do the same. How better to have a community find out about itself, and how better to foster a spirit of living democracy. Yes, his hair was longer then. His wardrobe is, well, somewhat altered from nearly 40 years ago. So each year, Jim got us to meet ourselves. We share food, drink, music, dance, adornment, language, and views with strangers and with friends. And at the end, Big Jim will still be there, if not to dance, at least to tell us stories about dancing.
Llegar a Cananea, allí perdí la esperanza, porque allí